All right, we are recording. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. This is this evening's Healy webinar, and I have special guest Kathryn Beacroft. She's a naturopath for the last 10 years. She's actually been working with frequency therapy and worked with and had over 10,000 clients in her clinic. So I'm super excited to have you here, Kathryn. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks, Zac.
And for everyone who's jumped on tonight, really the intention is to share with you the Healy story. You know, I've had my Healy now for about 8 weeks. I know Kathryn's had it for about 4 weeks, and I know some of you who are going to jump on and share their story are just feeling what it feels like to have this brand new technology with this incredible scientifically backed product called the Healy in our households. This is, we believe, the future of the future of so many great things to come for everybody. I'm just going to quickly share my screen and then we'll get into the slides. But really what's really exciting about this is that this machine, hand on my heart, has literally changed my life for the better in the last 8 weeks in so many different ways. For me personally, it's helped me reduce some pain in my body. It's helped me manage my stress. It's improved my sleeping, my dreams. It's helped me stay more grounded. And overall, I can just say I'm so grateful for this device, because not just for the benefits for my body, but also the benefits of the other people that I'm sitting with and actually showing this machine to, but also for the community that's building as a result of this, whether you guys are into health, wellness, whether you're a busy mom or a parent or a dad, whether you're a business entrepreneur or into building community or have your own events, or you're a biohacker with your blue blockers, or whether you're a coach or aspiring coach. This is all about unifying us together. And I think this time more than ever, there's a lot of chaos going on around the world. And this is just a reflection of human beings coming together for a common vision to raise the vibration of the planet. And that's mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, and together we can seriously create a massive ripple and a massive wave for the future. And so this, for me, this journey started through one of my health mentors. He introduced me to the Healy 8 weeks ago. I've known him for 12 years. And he was someone in my life that has truly transformed my life. At 17 years old, I used to play computer games and I was a complete recluse. And through mentorship and personal development and getting out there, I've really been able to transform my life. And so 12 years on, we now started running events together. He ran meditation events. I started talking about mitochondria and health and wellness and food. And when he had an experience with this machine, he was blown away. He had a whole shift in his physiology, in his sleep. And he then said, "Hey, Zac, you got to check this Healy thing out. It's based on a medical device from Germany. The company's been around for 13 years. The company is called Time Waver. They have 2,000 practitioners in 40 countries, and they've helped 500,000 people. This is something you really got to check out." So as he said that to me, I said, "Okay, dude, all good. When it comes to health and wellness these days, if it's not backed by science, I don't really want to know about it." So the clinical studies he sent me, I watched some clinical studies and videos, and I was blown away at how this actually helps boost the body's natural healing process. It takes the body out of being unbalanced and puts it into a balanced state in such an elegant, user-friendly way for anyone to use at home. And so with that said, I looked at all the research. I spoke to the lady bringing it into the country, and I asked so many different questions as to what this machine is, how does it work? As you guys probably do have so many more questions about this device. So I got all my questions answered, and I was like, well, I'm going to invest in one of these machines. And so it took about a week to arrive, and I said, hey, it has a 2-week money-back guarantee, and if it doesn't work for me, I'll send it back and get my money back. But here, 8 weeks on, I've gone on to actually scan, I just did the numbers, about 160 people in the last 8 weeks. And if there's a couple of things that I learned from this experience, is that this machine, the Healy, is incredibly accurate. It's freakishly accurate, in fact. Picking up things around my little brother who had acne, and it would pick up the skin program and then recommend the acne program. It literally scanned his body to figure that out. Literally sitting with someone over a smoothie for an hour, and it comes up the eye program. And as we're sitting there, she says that it's reducing the blur in her vision in such a short period of time. Other people who are using it just for 10 minutes, saying they have their energy back and they're jumping up and they're going for it in life. Like, it's just crazy at what this is doing. People who have had horrible sleep issues, who are having the longest sleeps in their life. Whoops, that's my phone. If that doesn't change the internet. Having the longest sleeps they've had in years with this device. What else? Like, there's so many different results from this. It's insane. But really what this comes back to is the two owners and the actual creator, Marcus Schmeck. And he created and actually bought the frequencies from Nuno Nina. So we're going to go into a little bit of the science of how this works, but really this is so exciting. Some of my team and I flew to Melbourne on the weekend. We had an event there, and literally people who are in the conscious space, like this bar called Buddha Bar, they do incredible events. It's sober events, no alcohol events. And they had us there at the event, and we were scanning people back to back all night on Saturday. We held an event on Sunday. We packed out this hotel room. And then this weekend, we're going to the Gold Coast, and we've got an event there, and we're literally, just like, this movement is growing so quickly and so fast. It's amazing. And as you guys can see, everyone's jumping on here, really curious to know about frequencies, because as you know, we're all energy at the end of the day. So Kathryn, I'll get you to jump on now and share with us a little bit more about Marcus and Nuno Nina. Yeah.
Thanks, Zac. Yeah, great intro. I love your stories, and definitely the results I'm seeing with people that I'm using this on already in my clinic and just friends and family have been amazing. People are just, you can see them come in. I've had patients come in feeling really down, exhausted. We run a balance on them, and they actually notice the difference. They go, wow, I actually feel better. And you see the change in their face. They can go from looking exhausted to just looking much more energized. So that's really exciting me. Got a lot more stories, but we'll just go into the details a bit more at the moment. So Marcus Schmeck has a really good reputation as a very intelligent child prodigy, and he was the creator of this technology. So he's the man behind the whole company Time Waver, and his dream was to bring a device that's only tiny, as Zac showed you, like this as big as a matchbox. He wanted to bring that to everyone so that you can have this device in your house. So as a naturopath, I use frequency therapy, and my device is very big. It's not portable. It's as big as a computer screen, and it's quite expensive. So it's clearly not something that everyday people can afford. And that's what I love about this as a practitioner, being able to introduce something to people that they can actually help bring their level of health to that higher state by treating themselves, with frequencies at home on a daily basis. So that really excites me. And Nuno Nina has a really huge reputation in the world for creating these gold frequencies, and that's how he ran his clinic, using these frequencies specifically for many different issues. And it's just, he had so much success, and that's why they teamed together. So fabulous partnership there. And those frequencies that Nuno Nina created are all in the Healy. So we have access to 144,000 frequencies, plus more. Actually, they're the ones that are actually on the Healy, and we'll talk later. If you have specific health conditions, you can actually request a specific frequency for your body. So that's really cool as well. So we'll go to the next slide. The other people that are involved in this company are two really conscious investors. So we have Christian Holper, who created a super fund and was a billionaire at a young age, and he has become a conscious investor. So he'll only invest in things that he knows are helping to raise the consciousness of the world, and he has chosen Healy. So he's put in a lot of money already, and he's committed to ensuring the success of this device. And also Dirk Zalman has a lot of experience as well in bringing projects like this to the world, basically. So fabulous team there with the developers and these two men as well to help with ensuring that this device gets into so many families and houses, and that we can share health with so many people. Just being aware, this is not aimed at treating any disease. This is a disclaimer here. Like it is for the treatment of pain, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, but not any other specific illnesses as such. Like that's just the disclaimer that we have. But being aware, it is a Class 2 medical device in the whole of Europe. It has approval in America. It's shortly to have approval in every other country as well. Basically, it's just a matter of time. But at the moment, that's the disclaimer. We just have to let you know. We're not here to say that we cure diseases as such. We're just assisting your body to come into a state of balance to help you feel better. So it works on all dimensions of our health. as you can see here, the physical, mental, emotional, meridians, chakras. So there's a lot of things that this device can do, which is quite amazing, really. It actually does more than my machine that I have, that I use in my office. So it's super exciting. So if you're feeling, tired, exhausted, out of balance in any way, the Healy will pick up what frequencies you need to help bring your body back into that state of balance. So it could be an organ that's out of balance. It could be an actual energetic meridian. It could be an emotional state. It could even be a chakra imbalance if you're into chakra energy as such. But, you could have absorbed some energy that's not necessarily helpful for your well-being. It'll help to clear that and just helps you feel much calmer and peaceful. But that, what I love about this device, and I say to people all the time, if you're feeling stressed, if you're emotionally out of balance, it's hard for you to be physically well because your emotions do impact on your health. We know that. So that's one exciting aspect of the Healy. It works on both levels. Did you want to say anything about that, Zac?
Well, just to add there, for those who don't know, Kathryn has a device that is, from what you mentioned, it's quite a big box that's $20,000, and it does something similar to what the Healy does. Is that right?
Yeah, it does. I would have to say, my device is great at analysing things, but the Healy, to be quite truthful, I cannot believe how accurate it is, how fast it is to use, how easy it is to use, and how effective it is. Like my device, I had to do a lot of training, hours and hours of training to learn how to use that. So yeah, really, that's why I can see the full value of this. Having worked with frequencies, like you said, for over 10 years, and this is just so accessible to everybody. That's what excites me.
And the fact that this device literally allows you don't have to be an expert. If you can have an app on your phone and click the screen, it's really that simple. You go on, click up the app, and away you go. And really what it does, guys, is two simple things, but really, really powerful. This might look like a toy. It does. It kind of looks like just a bit of a toy, but it's seriously one of the most sophisticated pieces of frequency therapy devices on the market in the world at the moment for a couple of reasons that we'll get into. One, it does one thing. Firstly, it analyzes the body's imbalances. So, for example, I went to the gym. The next day I did a scan and it came up fitness and recommended the muscle frequency because it actually picked up that there was an imbalance in my muscles. And then, so what it does is then it delivers a frequency to the body to balance out that imbalance. So for example, how I like to look at this is that when you go bowling, for the very first time, for those of you who are beginners, you put the roller guards up on the bowling alley so that when you bowl the ball, it's going to actually eventually get to the very end of where the pins. I like to think that Healy is kind of like those roller protection guards that keep you balanced, that keep you on track and stop you from falling off the horse, so to speak, in life. Because sometimes we can fall over, get stressed, anxiety, or what are these things happen, and it takes us a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year to get back on track. This allows us to get back up and move forward a lot quicker. Would you agree, Kathryn?
Yeah, exactly, totally. And what I love about the analysing element is this thing that has this quantum sensor, which is really unique in this device. And there is no other device that has it. That's what Marcus Schmeck that was one of his main developments, to be able to have that sensor so it can energetically test where you're at, but also then adjusting that frequency to your body as it's even running it into your body. Like that's just next level. It really is.
Every 10 seconds, it actually picks up on what your body needs, and it's going to give you more of what your body needs and less of what it doesn't. So in that, the quantum sensor, as Kathryn mentioned, is one of the most unique parts about the device, where it's picking up on your resonance every 10 seconds and allowing more of some more frequency, less of another frequency, which is really amazing. And when I first heard this for the first time, I was like, this is too good to be true. Like, I said to my mentor and I said to some friends, I was like, if this product does what they say it does, like this is a game changer. This is seriously going to create a massive shift in how we look at supporting the body through stress. So as Kathryn said, 144,000 frequencies. The company has actually bought up all these frequencies from these practitioners over the last 13 years. And it actually they have patented 10 million frequencies all up.
Yeah, so that is incredible, just to have access to that many frequencies. So if in the future you have a specific health condition that you need something definitely made up, individualized for you, there is an app that we actually send your reading into the Healy cloud, so to speak, and practitioners actually can then identify exactly what you need to help you bring your health back into balance. So that's the exciting thing. No matter what's going on for you and your health, if you need a different frequency, there is access to those practitioners to get that as well. So that's pretty amazing, really.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so how do you actually attach it to your body? There's 3 different electrodes. The first electrode is around the wrists. So that's administered through just underneath here. Sometimes you put a bit of water or some gel in there that helps the connectivity. And then that's actually connected to the Healy through the wire here. That's one way. And then another way is actually through the ears. So there's actually little clips that you wet, ideally definitely wet them, big tip, and put them on. And they're usually like a 20 to 30 minute session. For me, the ear ones, the anxiety, the mental balance acute, they go for 20, 30 minutes. And after that, I literally feel like I've had a nap. Like I feel like my brain is so much more grounded and balanced. And then the third adhesive are the sticky parts that you can put on your neck, on your jaw, on your back, on your knee, on where skin is trying to heal, and putting it on there, helping the connectivity of your body heal through the microcurrent. For me, I've noticed putting it on my jaw has reduced my jaw pain dramatically. Putting it on my shoulders while I'm at work, it's kind of like I'm like supporting my shoulders and getting a massage while I'm at work. And with that, there are so many different types of frequencies. Do you want to explain some of these, Kathryn?
Sure. So as you can see here, there's over 120 different frequencies within each of these programs. The Healy Gold is the one that has all of Nuno Nina's frequencies that he developed for these specific programs, such as balancing the organs, just to energize your body, to relax your nervous system. So the Healy Gold system is a great place to start, and it really helps just to calm down your whole nervous system. I ran basically all the Healy Gold for a whole week before I even moved on to any other program. I went from feeling exhausted, run down. This is leading to Christmas, which probably a lot of you could relate to. I ran this for 2 days straight, woke up the 3rd day at 5 a.m. and basically was just on fire, energized all day long. And I haven't changed since then, which is quite amazing. So yeah, that's a fabulous program to keep running. You have all the other programs though for pain, psyche, sleep, fitness, learning, mental balance, skin, EMF protection, which is pretty huge as you be aware of these days, meridian balancing, bioenergetic balancing, balances all your organs as well. But the pain psyche one, if any of you can relate to back pain or pain of any type, that's fabulous too. Like I've had an ongoing back injury and I ran that every day as well when I first got this program, and my back pain, you know, it just goes. It's not there and it hasn't come back really in the last few weeks. So but being aware, if you do injure yourself, there's been people that have had injuries at the gym or whatever, and they've run that and straight away they felt so much better. Another friend of mine had sciatic pain. She ran the pain program only twice, and she's had that sciatic pain for 10 years. It has not returned, and that's been in 4 weeks. So that's almost unbelievable. So some incredible results we've already seen. We'll go into those testimonies in a little while, but yeah, amazing. All these options available, all these programs. It's just so many things to choose from. Do you want to add something there, Zac?
Yeah, like literally doing the relax setting on the gold setting frequencies, doing the relax, chilling out, you know, self-care is a massive focus for me with my busy schedule. So doing the relax frequency literally felt like I was really sinking into my chair. I was like, whoa, like it's very powerful. Doing the skin and beauty, I've heard that some people are using less moisturizer on their skin because it's helping support the skin being less dry or something like that. So that's really cool. Long term, might be able to save on skin products. And on top of that, focusing on certain organs and certain meridians, I think is really important, especially if you're wanting to cleanse. I'm focusing on my liver, focusing on my intestines, focusing on my hormones, things like that. It's really specific. And we wanted to put this in this time as well, guys. This is a description of each frequency because I think it gives you a bit of an idea of the like just so many different frequencies that are here. You know, for example, the pure setting, the pure program is ideal starting point for anyone using the Healy for the first time. It should help the energy field of the organism to recover from the bioenergetic effect of environmental pollutants, toxins, and unhealthy diet and other negative factors. So that's pretty amazing.
I'd like to point out the sleep program we've got on this page. So some of you might relate to the issue of not being able to sleep that well. It's pretty cool. Like, we've got a family member that's basically been, you know, a night out ever since I can remember. 3 a.m. his bedtime. He ran this first night, went to sleep at 11, woke up at 5 and went for a run. Like, that's just unheard of for him. So yeah, if you do have sleep issues, that program is so effective. I was absolutely blown away by that. So pretty cool.
And here's another list of the meridians: meridians 1, 2, the skin, the mental balance, bioenergetic 1, 2, chakras, protection, and deep cycle. Yeah, look, we're only 2 months into this. We don't even know the depth of support that this is giving our bodies long term. And as we know, there's so much stress from toxins or foods or EMFs or whatever it is that we're going into every single day, especially living in the city. So it's like we need to go above and beyond to support our bioenergetic field. And this is helping us from the inside out. Do you want to jump into this, Kathryn?
Yeah, sure. So this graph here is really fascinating. I just love looking at it. So basically, you can see here the green circle is a young, healthy cell. Now, this voltage of -70 was identified by Bob Becker and Bjorn Nordenstrom, both doctors, and they realised that the voltage of our cell is so important to our overall well-being, that if the voltage becomes out of balance, it's basically leading towards cell death and ill health. So you can see there the decline in the cells' vitality as the voltage drops. So we go from fabulous, healthy, energized cell to aches and pain, inflammation, basically, you know, cell division, cell destruction, and cell death. So clearly, it's so important to maintain that really positive voltage here, the correct number of -70. And that's what this device, the Healy, actually helps to have that voltage of our cells at that right level. So that is just incredible, I believe.
And I think it's really important that what they recommend is drinking a lot of water, right? The company recommends drinking a lot of water when you do frequency, especially if you do more than 3. They only recommended 3, but definitely drinking a lot of water, going outside, grounding, taking your shoes off, getting in touch with nature, and getting out in the sun. Like, ideally go outside, meditate, do this in nature. That's what the company recommends. And I think anything that suggests that we get back into nature and out of getting off our computers and into nature to heal is so supportive. And we feel it, you know, if you're on a computer all day, you feel that kind of like electricity, and this is a great way of just getting back into balance. And I think this one here, for me, looking at the increased production in ATP, when I watched one of the lectures, Dr. Caroline McMacken, this is what blew me away. For those who don't know what ATP is, it's the energy of our cells produced by our mitochondria. What that means is there's these little energy packs, like little factories inside our cells, thousands of them, that produce ATP. And so if you can improve, you know, boost the ATP, which is the energy of our cells, what's possible? It's more communication, it's more detox, it's more protein synthesis, it's the amino acid transport, it's pretty much accelerating the healing process of the cells. Is that how we should look at it, Kathryn?
Yeah, like it's amazing. Like, that's it. It's increasing our cellular vitality at every level of our body. So we have 70 trillion cells. We want those cells to be happy. We only need a few of them to start, you know, not feeling that well, and then our health just declines massively, and you will notice it in terms of your energy. So we know that when we feel sick, our energy is down. So we want that ATP production at the highest level, and that's why that fitness program works incredibly well. It energizes your cells before you go to the gym, and people are noticing that. So yeah, another reason to be super excited. The science is there, backed by science. That's what I love about this.
And I thought I'd put this in as well. This is the FDA approval of the Healy. So, you know, biofeedback, Healy bioenergetic balancing. That's the I guess the clinical term. But you know, having it as a registered medical device in Europe and now as the FDA, I think that for me was a massive, like, whoa, a massive tick in the right direction, that this is truly it's just being recognized and being able to get into people's homes to really make an impact.
Yeah, totally. So exciting. And there's so much science, like I just mentioned before, numerous studies. We just wanted to put this in here. There's only a couple on this page, but there's pages and pages of studies that they know actually emphasize how well this Healy works. And they're all in the manual. We can forward that to anyone if you'd like to look into those studies at a deeper level. But the science is there. And I know Zac looked at all this science before he agreed to join. Isn't that the case, Zac?
there's there's pages and pages and pages of this stuff, guys. If you're a bit of a geek like me and you want to know about the science, there's lots and lots and lots. And with that, there's a massive backing of science and scientific, science-based practitioners like these guys backing Healy and the company.
Yeah, and they've all had years of experience and very knowledgeable. So we're lucky to have them as part of the advisor board. And like Zac mentioned earlier, Carolyn McMakin is an absolute expert when it comes to frequency-specific microcurrent, which is basically the treatment of injuries with currents and frequencies. So she's the go-to person in America for anyone that's playing the football over there. They go to her to get back on the field as fast as possible. So huge reputation, very knowledgeable, and we're lucky to have access to all her frequencies within the Healy. And there's some more doctors that are involved as well. So years of experience, as you can see, between all of them. So they're contributing their knowledge to the Healy and moving forward to other frequencies that we will be able to integrate into the programs.
Like, how rare is it to see, acupuncturists, homeopaths, naturopaths on the board of a company like this? I really feel that we're in the right hands, so to speak. I'd love to get a couple of people on the webinar to jump up and kind of share their story. Does anyone want to share their experience the last couple of weeks using the Healy? If you just unmute yourself, guys, and jump in, and yeah.
Hey, Zac.
Oh, hey, Jess.
Hey guys, how are we going?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So I just wanted to share a really quick story about my experience with Healy. I'm in an Ola, so hopefully there's not too much background noise. I just want to really quickly.
All good.
Cool. So basically, as you know, I experienced the Healy for the first time with you, and I noticed straight away that it pulled up an issue that I'd been avoiding for years in my intestines, and it straight away pulled up my meridians to be run in my large intestines. So I had that one session and I slept for 10 and a half hours after that Healy session. It was a big day, but I also felt like a complete spiritual reset after having that one session. So when I got back to Perth, I was like, that's it. I've just got to put my money where my mouth is. And I got myself a Healy. I'd been running the frequencies for about 5-6 days. And then I noticed another issue that I'd been dealing with for about 10 years. Just completely disappeared. So I don't tell many people this because I'm in the health industry, but I actually had plantar warts from just before my pregnancy that I've been dealing with, and I'd had acupuncture. I'd had like this weird Chinese medicine where they put a needle in it and they light this Zappo stuff and it burns into the plantar warts. I had homeopathic remedies. I had essential oils. Everything. And the only thing that I slightly noticed a shift in was when I would do a water fast and I would get my meridians run at the same time. So with the device, when I'm doing meridians, it's like I'm getting my full meridians run and I don't need to water fast. So my feet have healed, which is really interesting because they're in the large intestine part on the foot. And so they've healed, and I'm stoked about that because I've been trying to get rid of them for 10 years. And my life's completely amplified. Like, abundance has come in by the truckload. And I've just noticed so many shifts in my being. I just want to share it with everyone. So I've been giving heaps of people scans, as you know, and I'm in Brizzy at the moment. If anyone is in Brisbane that wants to trial it, feel free to reach out to me. But I've just experienced so much energy shift, so I'm so grateful that I got to meet you guys and reconnect with you, Zac, and try it.
It's amazing. Oh,
it's incredible.
So cool. That's amazing. Oh gosh. Anyone? Thanks for sharing, Jess. You're a legend.
My pleasure.
And anyone else want to jump on?
Yeah, well,
Alex?
go.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah, for me, so I've been following you, Zac, for quite a bit now, about talking about health and nutrition. And as you can see, you've influenced me a little bit because I got these amazing glasses too. And when you told me about Healy, I'm French, so I'm a little bit skeptical. So I was like, okay, what's the science? I tried it a bit. You had me try it on the beach. I remember I had a soreness in my back, and in like 20 minutes, it was disappearing. I was like, whoa, okay, that's pretty powerful. And I think, yeah, also I scanned your friend at some point. I picked up that the program that would be the most suitable would be skin families, and then the scar program. And he's a cook, and he just burnt himself the day before. So I was like, whoa, this is super powerful. And since then I've had it, I ran it. It's actually so exciting what it brings to the world that I can struggle to sleep a little bit lately. And I use it, the insomnia one has been so effective, puts me to sleep straight away. So yeah, it's like there's so many other programs. I use it to focus. I've just broken my record doing deadlifts at the gym, so I can feel it when I put the strength program. So super cool. Bobby, do you want to share too?
That's awesome.
I've just got mine coming in the mail on Thursday, but I've had the opportunity to use his one while he's camping out with me over the last week. And yeah, we did a strong meditation together. And one of the programs that I used, Balanced Mind, I could, although I was sitting still, I could feel myself myself kind of spinning slowly into alignment. And it felt like I was on a boat for a bit there. But yeah, as started doing what it's doing, and it was and after that, I was all day, I was just like, there was just an extra, I don't know, 10, 20, 15% buzz on top of me. And it felt like, I felt like I was microdosing, it felt like.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great, Bobby. Excited for you, man. Excited to
But
get Byron.
With the Being program, being almost like, I don't know if you've ever done an innocence meditation, but you look at nature just as it is and not labeling it, and then it starts becoming more glowy and more beautiful. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. Thanks for the share, guys. Does anyone else want to share their experience with the Healy? I know it's still early days for some of you, but all right, all good. If you do want to share, let us know. Oh, Taryn, did you want to share? Oh, you're muted.
Oh,
there we go.
That's cool. So I haven't got like my actual Healy app, but it's on that vision board to get this month. But I use 2 programs. So I use an energy program because I find that I have a lot of energy and I struggle to ground myself. I have a very overactive mind. And so the other day, Zach's self-love, self-care Sunday, or what it was, I did an hour energy program. And then I felt kind of afterwards, we were doing a bit of a sound healing as well, but I felt really grounded and I felt really calm, and it felt like I was just like floating on like air. And it takes me usually a lot longer to like ground myself sometimes because my mind's so overactive. So I noticed a lot of difference in that, which was great. The second thing, I hadn't been sleeping well for 3 weeks. I got quite bad insomnia. I was waking up at 2, 4, and 6. And I was just really not functioning well. And so I tried, I think one night I tried the sleep program. And then another night, I think I tried the insomnia program. And that was the first night I had a decent sleep in 3 weeks. So I was like super grateful for that. And yeah, I think it's incredible. Like I've read the readings. I got them, done to my email and had a look, and it's super accurate in what you're feeling. And yeah, really looking forward to more programs.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. As you guys can see, in such a short period of time, people are having results. And I think that's the coolest thing. It's really making an impact in ways that we didn't even know it could make an impact. So I'm really excited for the future of all this. So with all that said, guys, as you can see, there's a lot of excited human beings on this call. We, deep down, our aim is to help attract like-minded people to the Healy community that are driven by impact, that are driven by wellness, optimal wellness, and a freedom lifestyle. So, you know, if you're out there and you're into health and wellness, this is definitely for you. Or if you're wanting to make an impact with other people, this is definitely for you as well. And this is brand new, right? So this is, the cool thing about this is that, well, the cool thing and like the gift about this is that we shouldn't actually have this right now. This is not supposed to be in our hands. This is actually first and foremost given to practitioners around the world, the 2,000 practitioners that I mentioned that Time Waver have, and they were selling it to their clients in between sessions. And they found out that the clients never came back to their session because this was so beneficial. So this is now turned into a referral marketing approach 10 months ago. It's not even available here in Australia. You know, we're getting it through Singapore at the moment. It's not even available in the US or Canada or New Zealand or all these different countries. So that you guys right now are actually the founding members of what can be the future of Healy. And so Amazon, with this knowledge, tried to purchase the company. The company said no, obviously. Just so you know, every Healy is built in Germany by engineers. It's not made in China or anything like that. And it's considered a Class 2 medical device, and to be the first Class 2 medical device that's in the social sharing arena. So with that, guys, there's a couple of next steps for you all. So whether you have your Healy right now, or whether you're thinking about getting the Healy, there's an option where, you know, starting, your next step would be to start and use the machine, trial it with a friend, trial it with one of us, come to an event, educate yourself on it, jump into the groups, learn more about it, learn about the science, learn about the testimonials and things like that. In the first month, there's also this thing called a fast start. So if you love the Healy so much and you want to share it with 3 individuals, friends, families, people that you know who want to actually invest in one of these and purchase it for themselves, by helping 3 people in your first month, you'll either get upgraded or you can actually get a free machine. So if you're wanting to get a free machine, that's possible too. There's a rebate with the Healy, and with that you actually become part of the launch. So around the country, there's the global distributor coming around the country for events. So this is why right now it's crucial that there's momentum building, because yeah, like no one knows about this. There's probably less than 100 people with a Healy here in Australia. So how much are they? So on the left there, you've got the Healy Gold. This is about 500 euros. And the one on the very far right is the Healy Resonance, the top of the line one, 2,500 euros. So depending on the exchange rate, there's the Aussie equivalent there. What's the difference? So the difference is from the Gold package, it's all exactly the same hardware. The hardware is exactly the same. The only difference is the software, so the app upgrade. So with that, with the Healy Gold, you only get 3 different categories of frequencies, probably around 20 different frequencies altogether. And then as you go up to the Healy Holistic, you have about 7 frequencies, categories. Then you go up to the Healy Holistic Plus, and you have all the categories of frequencies. But the only Healy that scans the aura, the emotional body, and the physical body, the physical resonance, is the Healy Resonance. So that has all the scanning and the frequencies. And at any point, if you started on a lower Healy, you can upgrade to the other Healy at any point. So you just pay the difference plus a little bit of a fee. As well, a lot of people are asking us, are there finance options? Yes, we do have a financing company that's supporting us in this time as well. You also have a 2-year warranty, and you also have a 14-day money-back guarantee. Seriously, when someone is shown what this does, like 95% of people, some people this kind of goes over their head, but 95% of the people that I've showed this to in the last 2 months are like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And if this product does what they say it does, like I said in the beginning, this is going to be a game changer. Could you guys agree that if this product, you know, and it's doing it so elegantly already in the last couple of weeks, hearing these stories, I cannot even imagine the next 6 to 12 months with Healy. What do you think, Kathryn?
Yes, I totally agree, Zac. It is just the beginning, totally, in Australia and around the world. So, and what excites me is just how many people are going to be helped by this. So as a naturopath, I see people often that are just quite unwell, and to get them to that normal level of health even is just a real struggle for them. So that's what, as a naturopath, I can see, and for everyone, like, just to be able to get your health up to that normal level and beyond, to just feel supercharged, super energized, is really exciting. And I know people that have chronic health issues are going to improve. So yeah, I'm absolutely excited by this. Totally. Most people would know someone who's quite unwell, and yeah, we know this is going to help them so much.
And so with all that said, guys, I'm sure you guys have a few questions. So I think there's a couple of questions in the chat. I can't actually see it because of my screen. But if there's any questions, please ask them now. No, there's no silly